Hello YouTube, Damo_23 here, and welcome to another episode of the Glory Hunter Challenge. Today's episode, we have the first leg against Napoli away in Italy before we travel to Wembley, and we have Liverpool in the Carabao Cup Final. Since we last met, some pretty decent results. One loss though in the league, which is only our second or third loss for the season. I think four, apparently. There we go. It was against Newcastle. We did also lose to Spurs. Do apologise. We have lost 2 games since we last met. And we've also got through to the next round of the FA Cup. And that's where we're going to start because it is a competition we have to keep tabs on. 4th round, beat Cardiff. 5th round, drew Bristol City, who are also in the championship, as you can see there. If you're looking at the other draws, Man City have a pretty good draw. Liverpool should probably beat Palace. So it's yet again, and Arsenal should have a pretty easy time against Middlesbrough. It looks pretty likely all the big boys are going to meet each other in the next few rounds. So unfortunately, not enough upsets is what I'm saying there. But look, we'll talk about Napoli in a second. Let's recap the results for ourselves here since we last met, which was the semi-final and, of course, the league game here. We lost to Spurs next day out 2-0 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. A bit more of Spurs of old, even though they've been pretty poor. Southampton and Norwich we did beat respectively before losing 1-0 to Newcastle at St James's Park. I will say about that on a different day we nab a draw. On a different day, we maybe win. Unfortunately, on this day, they were the side that benefited from a very even game. Beat Cardiff, beat Brentford, and fully rotated 11 changes before the Middlesbrough game. But you will notice one name in here. His name is Rob Holding. What's Rob Holding doing here, Damien? Very simply put, I had an offer, I accepted it for Telio, I'm going to show you how much we took, and then for less money, I got in an English centre-back that wants to be 4th choice and happy to be here, and only 37k a week, which is nothing compared to the money I'm spending on my other players. In the transfer, on the history, on the out, it was to FC Nantes, so he goes back to Francis Tilio, and as you can see here, he wasn't good enough. He was upset that he wasn't playing enough. Look, I get Rob Holding in. He's English. It's great. I was tempted to get Reece Oxford in because he's West Ham homegrown and I could, register him for the Champions League. Just wasn't good enough. Rob Holding isn't exactly good enough, but, been here, done that in English. It is what it is. In terms of Napoli, who have got the weird name there, they currently sit 4th in Serie A. Serie A has been a little bit fun and wacky, but as you can see there, Atalanta topping it with Inter, Milan yet again falling out of favour as well. That is definitely a job that I am eyeing up if Pioli ever wants to leave, because I think it would be pretty much a get into Milan. He would win it within a couple of years as well, if it happens. But Spalletti here is in charge of Napoli, and they're having a pretty good time of it. You can see here they just lost in the Cup. They just played Milan in the league, so they went pretty full strength a few days ago, as you can see there. And then obviously in the group stage, they finished 2nd behind Barca. So it's not the easiest draw, but not the hardest draw. One of the harder draws, though, for ourselves. Victor Osimhen is going to be their main man up front, but there's other players that people will know there too, and we'll recap them in a second. In terms of our team, though, pretty full strength, as you can see there as well. I do normally play Areola in net for the Champions League. However, he's very happy paying with all the FA Cup games that he's doing, so I'm actually going to give Pickford this game here and go exactly 100% full strength. Pickford, Gomez, Zuma, Okoli, and Estupiñán. Okoli loving the fact that we're playing back in Italy. He's got his headering up to 15 now. He's physically a monster. I expect this guy to really be a big centre-back throughout the whole save. Estupiñán, Souček, Salcedo, and Luis Pasquetta with Thuram, Bowen, and Calvert-Lewin. Will say Zaniolo back in form and loving life, but I'm going to leave him as a bench option here today. And as long as we can keep this competitive, I think at home in England we beat Napoli. We're going to be a better side than them. Now, would I take the Napoli job if it ever came available? Something I might do, depending. They have got some good players, though. Alex Merritt's a pretty decent keeper on FM. Di Lorenzo's very good at going forward, up and down. Amir's not a bad centre-back. Kim Min-jan's a pretty good centre-back too. Mario Rui as well, knows what he's doing, going up and down. Stanislav, Piotr Zielinski's a great underrated baller. Sabitzer, even though he's getting towards the 30 years of age, is still world class. Lozano's Lozano. Elmas is pretty good, the Macedonian international, and Raspadori is Raspadori. He's very good on FM. Other people you may know are there on the bench as well. There's Pepe Rano, who's not starting for him, which is good old Pepe Rano at 41. But outside of that, no one on the bench is going to go, oh, he should be starting or he's scary. But yeah, look, we're in a good spot and let's see what we can do. So Champions League, in Italy. It's Napoli. And look, I will say, Champions League in Italy, it's historically very hard to go and win the Italian tie. But usually on FM, they don't travel well, Italian sides. But how the trend is going in real life for the Italian sides. Being an Italian, I can openly say that we don't travel the best. But we're pretty good in our own backyard for all the Italian teams. I am a Liverpool supporter, but big exponent of Italian football, do love it. Anyway, 22 minutes played, 0-0 and even game in terms of possession. They're slightly shading. And away we go here. Starting to work our way into this game, though, looking at the stats here, we really started to dominate the second part of the first half. No real highlight to write home about. Very quick game of football. Highlight right on half-time, Stupien throws, looking for Calvert-Lewin, who heads down and doesn't find a Stupien, but that's going to leave Raspadori with a lot to do, and somehow Luis Pasquetta ran past the ball, did not take it off his boot. That makes no sense. Should have been our ball and us on the break. Mario Rui now, beating men at will. They score from this. I'm going to very much question what Pasquetta did. Anyway, Collie sweeps it away to Rum, Salcedo, Bowen screaming for it, and decided to play it once Rui got back in position. Love to see that they didn't wait for us, but we did. 1-0 down. Yes, we are. Weird highlight. Should have won the ball in the middle of the park, and we could have just played any ball that was 5 metres in front of Bowen and would have been in behind or stretching him. Instead, we gave it back to him. We conceded right on half-time after a half we've been the better side. It's a bit annoying, I'm not going to lie. Definitely a bit annoying, that. Pickford probably should do better in goal too. I don't think he should save it, but the animation should be better. It looked like it took an age to get down. But yeah, look. 11 shots, 3 on target to 3 shots, 1. Kind of how it's going. 4-2-3-1 might be warming up here very shortly and making the change in the 4-2-3-1 and get Diarastica on. Lobotoka. Gomez heads away, but only as far as Mario Rui. So you're telling me, FM, that throughout the whole game that we've played and we've been on the, stats-wise, been pretty good. It's the only highlights is going to be theirs. Ball looking for Calvert-Lewin. He flicks onto no one but himself. No one around there too. I'm going to be moving 4-2-3-1, I think, more quickly than not. Napoli looking like they have total control in this game of the ball in the middle of the park. Gomez wins that. Falls straight back to him anyway. Apparently we're not allowed to win the ball either. Weird game. This is one of those games where on FM you feel like you've been playing well, but Pickford. He chipped it. Pickford was in the air ready to catch it, and then he dropped. Ooh. Oh, this game. Let's hope this doesn't happen in the cup final against Liverpool. Look at this. Pickford's there. He's ready to catch it. Oh, let's drop now. Freaking idiot. It's not his fault. It's the animations. Anyway, 4-2-3-1. Diarastica, bang. Need a goal now. We don't score. 2 shots on target they've had. 2 shots on target for 2 goals. We're getting absolutely FM to your first leg. Diarastica. Whips one. Hits the bar. It's going to be 59 minutes played. Still 2-0 down. Vlasic in really good form, and I am going to bring Bowen out for Zaniolo, who's actually going to go inverted winger on attack. And Marino for Souček into there as well. Need a goal. 14 shots for, plays 4 shots 2. We're 2-0 down. Good old fun here in the Champions League. Zuma, Marino, Diarastica, Gomez now. Whips one in there, but that's a pretty poor ball. Maybe Bellerin should come on for better delivery. Raspadori holds it up and brings others into play. Napoli getting everything they want out of this. Salcedo wins that. Great stuff there as a defensive midfielder. Vlasic, Diarastica, great turn out into the space. Stupin wants it and decided to ignore it. Wins the ball back at least. Unlike Pasquetta, who left it for their first goal. Diarastica then runs into the back of Salcedo. Oh my word. Do you know when the game's just scripted and against you? This is what this is. And there we are, Champions League over. In a game where we have been fantastic and we've been brilliant statistically. They've had 3 shots on target for 3 goals. This has been utterly stupid. This has been utterly stupid. 14 shots 4 to 5 shots 3. Utterly stupid. Pickford's had the most torrid game of his life. Need a goal here. 19 shots. Need a goal now to have any chance. Merritt makes a save. That's pretty piss poor, not gonna lie. That is pretty brutal to take. Pretty brutal to take this. To have such a good season that we're having and to get absolutely FM to the point where you're out the tie is ridiculous. 7 shots free, plays 22 shots 6, 3-0 down, and pretty much all she wrote, barring magic. Pickford at fault for definitely the second one, and was it it was the second one, and we'll be pinged for the third one because he got beat and we got dribbled. Just can't believe that at all. And just every highlight in that game was always Napoli's. We never got a highlight in the game, and everything fell to them. I hate when FM's like that. It just has that feel that, oh, look at this, nothing's going to work. We lose, and, well, judging from the fact that we're top of the Premier League, but we can't win a game in there. You can't win a game away from home in the Champions League, apparently. There we are. Have not lost the game in the whole Champions League, by the way. We played Dortmund twice. 3-0 to Napoli, who are not having a particularly great year either. And it is what it is. I'll see you guys for the Carabao Cup Final, but that's all she wrote there against Napoli. Let's go. Welcome back into a massive game. Wembley for the first time. Carabao Cup Final, West Ham and Liverpool. Things, unfortunately, not going well here. We did just win 6-3 in an absolute ball-standing game against Bristol, where it ebbed and it flowed and it did all sorts of things. We were 2-0 down very quickly, and then we were leading, and then they scored, and then it was bedlam. But we fully rotated and we got away with it, so that's all that matters. Unfortunately, though, guess who we drew? Liverpool. So I have to give you this one, and I have to give you this one, and I'm probably gonna give you the champ. It's too many games against Liverpool coming up. I do apologise. I don't make the fixtures, but I have to give you them all, because the quarterfinal against Liverpool is monstrous, because we're trying to win the quarterfinal for Glory Hunter. The Champions League second knockout stage, I have to show you the second leg just in case we come back and do something momentous. And the Carabao Cup Final, and then you're thinking, oh, it's okay, Damon, just don't give the league. They're 1 point behind us. We beat Liverpool there. We are going to have, with 9 games to go, more than a 2-game advantage over the next best team. If you're telling me that you're more than 2 games clear with 9 games to go, yes, I understand I still have to play Manchester City. I'm probably in a spot where I'm like, if I just grind out a few results, I'm going to win the league. So I've got to give you all of them. I do apologise in advance. That is too many games. Anyhow, this team's in here. Areola is definitely in for Pickford after what we just watched. Even though Areola just conceded 3 goals. But the rest of the team picks itself. It's our best 11. And look, let's get straight into it. Liverpool are a fantastic side. We've broken them down in terms of, well, we broke them down at Anfield, but we've broken them down in terms of team. Kellier's in net on the other side as well, who might be living Liverpool in real life, and he's a very good cup keeper for us. But yeah, Kellier, Trent, Joel Matip, Van Dijk, Tsimikas, Fabinho, Souza is playing. Interesting. Dion is now here after spending 170 million, so we do see him this time. Salah's back, Diaz is here, and Taremi is in as well up top. Very happy with that. I need a sneeze, I do apologise. Darwin Núñez is a great player. Costas, Ibu Konate, Pavard, Nafanake. That's a very, very good side. They're probably midfield slight rotation, but, back four is pretty damn good. They're a good side. Let's go and see what we have and what we can do. Big game for us. The cut screen looks so nice, so we are going to see it because it is a final. Carabao Cup Final. Could have done this as a standalone episode. But I promised a doubleheader. And let's see what we can do. Massive game. Wembley for the first time. It's always nice. And we get to open the chart if we win this game as well, to say we got one of the other honours if we do it. And there's a long way to go. And Liverpool quite good. Matip, Trent, Fabinho. And Matip again. Would love to manage Liverpool one day in the save. I don't know. Look, it might be the case that we leave and then come back to England to try and win the FA Cup and whatever. But yeah, anyway, Mohamed Salah's in. We're 1-0 down. I thought Salah was onside. I thought it was a good run. I want to check. We're 2 minutes in and we're 1-0 down to Liverpool in the Carabao Cup Final. For what has been proven to be a really good year, there's a we get knocked out of, we lose the Carabao Cup Final, we get knocked out in the quarterfinal of the FA Cup, we get knocked out in the first hurdle in the Champions League and we come second in the league. And then all of a sudden, you go into just past February going, we could do like everything in England this season and more, to nothing. And that's scary. But it is what it is. The team does look good. But to corner now at Sousa, he whips one front stick. Matip's there. We're 2-0 down inside 7 minutes. We're 2-0 down inside 7 minutes. Well, this isn't good. We've come to Wembley and we're 2-0 down inside 7 minutes. This has not been a good highlight. Can I just say, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have faced 5 shots on target all episode. So this episode's been running, 15 minutes, give or take. We faced 5 shots on target all episode. 5 shots on target. 5. We've conceded 5 goals. Does the goalkeeper know how to make a save? Does the game know that shots on target don't have to go in? They can be blocked or... Nah. Pasquetta, Salcedo, gets in the area and Souček wins that back and now needs some width. 2-0 down and, and we give him the ball away. Well done, Gomez. Long mountain to climb here. This is game over. There's a different Liverpool side than what we played at Anfield. They're actually buzzing and winning the ball back pretty quickly. Salah's in here. Ball to Taremi. 3-0 down in 12. Well, at 6 shots on target we have faced in 15 minutes of Football Manager. 6 shots on target. 6 shots on target for 6 goals. 6. Down the other end, we've had 3 shots free on target. You think there's a goal? With 4 shots on target last game, you think there's a goal? This is utterly stupid and ridiculous. Kelleher, Matip, Virgil van Dijk. If you're liking me copying it from the Football Manager gods, just press the like button. Leave a comment. Let me know what you would have done different out of these last 2 games. I don't know what really you can do when FM does this. I might restart Football Manager after this game. Thing is from when I was streaming and winning games and looking okay, I went out to play poker. I've come back home to film some more episodes. And since turning it back on, this has happened. So, yeah. 3-0 down. Squatter wins. We kind of need a goal right now if we're going to get back into this. Okoli, Zuma, Souček. Where's it gone wrong? Been such a good side and then this. When you're having a good day on Football Manager, just never get off. Thuram needs to score this, 1-on-1. We've scored oh my God. I even was starting to say we've scored a goal in this episode. This episode is infuriating. Thuram. Mistake, Calvert-Lewin. Kelleher saves from point blank range. Mamma mia. Bowen. Cleared away. Calvert-Lewin. Lays back to Salcedo. And that's that. 3-0 down. Half time. We're not allowed to score a goal today. We're not allowed to score a goal in this episode at all. Diarastica in. Marino in. Done. Double change. I'm going to get Hector Bella in for Gomez as well. We're going to drag him at half time defensively. We've actually had a shot on target that Liverpool have had and it hasn't gone in the back of the net. It's taken us about 18 minutes into this episode, give or take, for the AI to have a shot on target and it not go in. That's nice to know. This might be the beginning of the end here. We're a really good side, but we're maybe just having a really good time in the league, and that's that. Nothing much is happening out here. There is nothing happening out here. Look, I'm going to get Vlasic on because of the form he's been in, and I am going to get Zaniolo in as an inverted winger. Could have gone for... look, we could go 2 up top, but this 4-2-3-1 has created a lot of chance throughout the year. But yeah. Marino, Zuma, Okoli, Zaniolo, good touch, needs to score, does score. Lifeline maybe, he's onside. How many times do I want to check VAR when it's miles onside? Might be a case of starting in this 4-2-3-1 there against Napoli in the second leg. I think in that second leg, I'm going to start 4-3-3, see if we can get a goal. Even 1-0 up at halftime, only score 2.5, switch 4-2-3-1 and hit them quick. Feel like starting 4-2-3-1, they'll just get accustomed to it. Switching into it could be huge. Anyway, a goal right now and things get nervy for Liverpool. A goal right now game? Maybe a goal for them. I was paused to start making a tactical change for us, but Harvey Elliott free kick, this goes in, it's tie over. Doesn't go in. Trap it inside too, step up. Really, pretty much what we're trying to do is just step up and squeeze as much as possible. Fortunately for us. Well, you never know. If we somehow score right now, you never know. But Liverpool should be able to play for our press. Vlasic, I think because he's on a booking, didn't want to get sent off there. He had to crunch. It was one of those ones where if you get something on the ball there, you might break them down. Marino, Zuma, Calvert needs to score. Okay, you never know. You never know. That's a goal. 90th minute, depending on how much is added time. Praise him. Praise him. Give him some praise. Should have actually said encourage, but come on, Calvert-Lewin scores. You never, ever, ever know. Could you imagine? One last chance. Just one highlight, FM. Apparently looking for a tight offside. It wasn't even close. Is that 5 minutes out of time? Surely there's something. It's a corner, but we need to see a highlight anyway. This needs to be a claim from Areola or a header away, and we go on the break. Sousa's going to waste time here. A goal for Liverpool kills it. We've at least come back into it. A collie heads. Dear Astica needs to squeeze now. Sousa, need to block this cross. We don't. He beats his man. He's in the air and he shoots. It's going to be another corner. Apparently he flicks Sousa on the way through. Is there a highlight? There isn't from it. Ah, well. Carabao Cup runners-up Season 2. Carabao Cup runners-up Season 2, yeah? Liverpool doing their thing. I'm just going to open up the chart here quickly because I'll add that in. Runners-up in the Carabao Cup. As a fan of Liverpool, nice, but that hurts. 3 shots on target for 3 goals. Same with bloody Napoli, and there we are. Hopefully that spurs us on in the league. Calvert-Lewin scored a very nice goal. Yes, he did. Yeah, look, they 3-0 up in 11 minutes. We did well to come back. The 4-2-3-1 did its job. 2 goals, bang. But yeah, unfortunately, that's no good. That is no good. All right, what I am going to do is we're going to give you... Next episode is going to be Liverpool and Napoli together again. League and comeback. And we're just going to nickname that episode Revenge. And then the episode after that is going to be strictly Liverpool, Man City. That's the run. Like, you get through that run, Liverpool, Man City, then it's only Chelsea, then Arsenal on the final day that we have to worry about. And I won't give you the Chelsea game. I'll give you a run-in as well because Chelsea in 9th. But yeah, look, 3 days till we play Liverpool. That's going to be next episode. I'll see you guys then. Yeah. One of those episodes, huh? One of those episodes.